Hey everyone, this is Reggie from Bro-RantZ. And if you haven't heard about Anchor by now, where have you been? No, seriously. It is the easiest way to make a podcast, and let me explain why. It's free. I mean, completely free. There are creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast from your phone or your computer. Anchor will even distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many, many more platforms. You can start making money from your podcast with no minimum listenership, which is great. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. So what are you waiting for? Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Pulses in the building, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm so glad to see that you're so amplified, man.
Why not? Why wouldn't I be?
I'm saying it's good to see this side of you, man. You just came back after 2020 and 2021. I don't even know who this is. You were Ray last year, but now you're like Raymond this year.
Wow.
This is your alter ego right now. You know how Beyonce turns into who did she turn into when she gets on stage? I forget. She has an alter ego.
I think everyone has one if you think about it. You know, when I was in San Diego, they used to call me JT.
JT?
Yeah.
Oh, now Justin Timberlake took it. Now JT got to fight for that.
They say I used to look like Joe Torre.
Joe Torre. Who the hell's Joe Torre?
Oh my gosh. This dude.
Is he somebody from the 70s?
Oh man, this guy.
Who the hell's Joe Torre?
He's a comedian, man.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, yo.
Like, did he tell stories like back in the day? Did they call him a comedian or they call him a storyteller?
Oh my gosh. Anyway, he was a comedian, man. He was pretty good. You know, he got a brother that was also a comedian as well. But I think he used to even host Def Comedy Jam.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Okay. Was this when it was like
Poppin'.
Comedy Central or BT? Was it Def Comedy Jam was on what, BT or?
I think it was on HBO.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, bro.
Dang, where you been?
I don't know. All I know is...
He must have been still in Key West dancing with his brother. That's where he was at.
Oh, shots fired.
Whoop, whoop.
So, we got... So, I don't know about Joe Torre, but I know we got a movie review on deck. And this movie, man, I can't wait to review this movie.
Yeah, man. This movie is called I Care a Lot.
I do care a lot.
Yeah, and this movie is about a crooked legal guardian who drains the savings of her elderly wards, meets her match when a woman she tries to swindle turns out to be more than she appears.
Okay.
So, so when Reggie asked me to watch this movie, I was like, this could be some kind of rom-com or something. I didn't know what to think of it at first. I mean, by the title, I care a lot.
Yeah, you were like, oh, is this some chick flick? No,
this is like a rom-com.
I was like, no, you sexist, misogynist pig. And before we get into that, let me go ahead and play let me play the trailer before we get to that. You sexy, yeah. This, ladies and gentlemen, ladies, the 23% of you guys that listen to this dude's a sexist.
I'm not.
Well, let me play this trailer.
Good morning, Miss Peterson. I'm sorry to disturb you so early. The court has ruled that you require assistance in taking care of yourself.
I'm fine.
I'm afraid it's not up to you to decide. The court has appointed me to be your legal guardian.
What?
You have to come with me. And remember, I'm here to help. My name is Marla Grayson. I'm just someone who cares.
Marla Grayson, you've had amazing success. What's your secret?
There is no secret, Peter.
She forces them into the home, auctions off their house, and uses the proceeds to pay herself.
Because caring is my job.
Bitch!
I will grab your dick and balls, and I will rip them clean off.
Big deal maker.
I know what you do here. Your hustle. Look at all these cash cows on your wall just leaking money into your account. But Jennifer Peterson, she's off limits. She has very powerful friends who can make life uncomfortable for you.
How uncomfortable are we talking?
Hello, Marla Grayson. I don't like you.
You only just met me. There's two types of people in this world. Predators and prey. I don't lose. I won't lose. I'm never letting you go.
Oh, you're in trouble now.
I am a fucking lioness.
Yeah, so Reggie asked me to watch I Care a Lot, and I was like, oh my gosh, really? I mean, I didn't have any really preconceived notions about it, but I kind of did. I mean, because of the title, I Care a Lot, so I'm thinking it's some kind of rom-com, and I didn't know if I wanted to watch a rom-com, because sometimes they put me to sleep.
I just realized what you were saying with the rom-com. So you're saying romantic comedy?
Yes. You know, you never heard of that acronym?
No, I never heard of that acronym before. It's a shame as being, acting and whatever, but I've never heard rom-com. I'm like, what's he talking about? I'm like, is he trying to say like,
how have you never heard of rom-com?
Dude, I've never heard of rom-com. This is the first. Hey, I'm not the acronym type, dude. They're not even acronyms. What do they do? The initials. No, what are they? When they IDC.
It's an acronym.
Acronyms, right?
Yeah, acronym.
Well, they must be longer though. They're like short damn hand acronyms, because I know acronyms normally have words in it, right? Don't they have a few syllables in there?
No, I think it usually like letters that lead to it's letters that lead to words.
Okay, well,
yeah. So like rom-com, romantic comedy. Usually,
see, that's what I'm saying. So,
yeah.
But I'm saying as far as text handy, it would be RC. That's what it would be. Oh, RC.
What is RC?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what it would be for the text messaging. IDC. See, I don't. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's not. I don't really take those as acronyms. But yeah, but rom-com was pretty. I'm like, what's this guy talking about? I'm like,
I got you. So we were on the wrong wavelength there, but like, now he's caught up.
It reminds me of comedy.
Back to I Care a Lot.
I Care a Lot.
So when I saw the main actress, the lead actress, which is Rosamund Pike, I think she's British. I immediately started to not like her from the get go, because I've seen her in Gone Girl and I've seen her in the Bond movie, and for some reason, something about her character.
Yes.
Not that I hate her as a person, but she's so good at what she does, the way she looks, her body language, it makes me not like her, like root against her.
Yeah, she's definitely that one type, that woman that you always see that almost feels entitled. Marla Grayson's a character in the movie, and boy, is it frightening, scary.
Oh my goodness!
As far as what you see taking place, and you're like, whoa, this is a lawyer, and the lawyer's doing, and they're, I mean, you already feel like lawyers are making a deal with the devil. You're dealing with the devil when you're dealing with a lawyer. So the fact that you actually see these old helpless people.
Wait. Who's the lawyer?
Huh? She's a lawyer in it.
I don't think she's a lawyer. I think she's more of a.
No, she's a lawyer. She's a warden, but she's a lawyer.
Is she a lawyer? I thought she was more of a just a businesswoman, as far as like
she's an attorney. So basically,
she's actually an attorney.
Yeah, basically they sign over their rights so she could be their warden. I mean, to the state. So basically, she has sole. She's their guardian.
I get that. But yeah, I know she was actually a lawyer.
Yeah, she was a lawyer, so she was responsible for all those people.
Yeah,
and that's what her firm
basically
was.
They steal you.
Yeah, basically,
they
and that's
steal
the
you.
scary part. So they keep you, in the plot. Yeah, they're keeping her. They're keeping children from their loved ones, their
family.
parents.
Yeah, imagine you going to your mom's house one day and you knock on the door and somebody's in her house saying, "I'm sorry, but your mom has gone to a home and you can't go see her, and we're in control of all her assets." What,
Yeah.
chick?
Yes.
What?
I mean, dude, that pissed me the hell off. Not only that, but when you saw her, like the fact that she's behind closed doors. And they're like, "Oh, we just lost a person." She's like, "Oh gosh, I thought I would have had it for another 6 months." What it's crazy that how the system can actually, the system that you think works for you can actually be against you, because all someone has to say is basically you're unfit to watch yourself. And if you have no children or anyone that you're close to, so just like their accident lawyers, that what they call ambulance lawyers, ambulance lawyers that pull up at the scene and say, "Call me." Apparently, there are lawyers that are want to be wardens of the states, want to be your legal guardian, and they're going after your assets.
That's why it's always good to have a will and make sure you have your stuff in order as far as the person that you want to be your caregiver or your guardian, or you got to have that in writing.
You have to have it in writing, definitely, because I'm sure, and not that, you got to have them, and if something happens, then you have to have a plan B. So if that, then it falls upon the other beneficiary or the other guardian. But this film, so going to this film, guys, it starts off to me, it started off really good because I didn't know what was going to happen, so I was angry, but it was really good. The reason it was really good for me is because I was like, shit, this is crazy. I got angry, and then all of a sudden I was like, once they got Mrs. Peterson, which is the character. So once they got the older lady, that they basically scouted her out and they had a Ponzi scheme going on with these doctors.
Yes, they had it all. The doctors and the home
were all in it.
The
nursing home were all in it. So
you scratch my back, I scratch yours.
Yes.
We all in the loop, all in the system together.
So it's not like it's too far-fetched that this is believable. That's the thing about it. This can happen. This is happening.
I was afraid to go look this up, see if you really can like go and get somebody out of their home. I was scared to look it up. I was like, "Oh,
brother, you can." I know you can, because if they can Baker Act you, they can sure as hell deem you. Oh yeah, they definitely can, because if you're unfit to be taken care of, they'll put you to a nursing home. If you, especially with the COVID thing, you can't have an assistant living. Well, no, excuse me. If you don't have a nurse, what do you call it? A nurse living with you, or a live-in nurse, or a nurse checking up on you.
Yeah.
Because of the COVID thing, they'll move your ass into a nursing home, and you have no control over it.
I would think that this is probably something that happens. Maybe it's different per state versus it being like
and it could be
versus it being like a national thing when all the rules are the same. Because I can't see this happening in every. I really can't see it happening in every state like this, because that's why we have a United States of America, where states are differently. They have different laws.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, we'd have to look into that. But the scary part is there's always something. Anything with the legal system is always it has to deal with the money and whether it works for you or not work for you.
Yeah.
So in this movie, it's working for the one that's supposed to be protecting the people, right? So they're using this system for their own pockets,
and it seemed like the judge was into it too. I mean, he kind of.
Well, the judge, it kind of it didn't look like he was into it. The judge,
he couldn't be that.
He
naive.
was naive, because the judge, he looked very naive. But anyway, so the whole thing was, this film was going great for me. Kate and I were sitting there, watching it. We're like, okay, so like I said, we were watching it, and like. We're like, okay, when they got the wrong woman, which is Miss Peterson, and they were like, she was like, oh, and they found out, oh, someone came knocking on the door, the taxi driver, and they were like, oh shit, you didn't have any living relatives. Who's that? And I was like, it's about to go down.
Yes,
because then when we found Peter Dinklage pops up, and I'm like, oh, and he's just playing this. He's playing a nice character in this because he just looks menacing and he just looks cool. I liked his take on the character. I was like, oh man, this dude is, because he didn't have to do much to be fearful.
Right. He just looked. He gave these looks and stuff. And
you're talking about a man that should have little man complex or something, right? Should have no confidence, but he's the scariest person in the room.
I don't know if I would be scared of a midget, though.
I don't know if they call them that. Little people.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The term little people.
Oh, you
now.
know what? Let me take that back.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would be scared of the
little people.
Yes. Little people.
But the way he has it, his bravado, man, it's like you don't have to be allowed to be scary. To me, this is a movie that you sit there and you'll be voting for the bad person. Because they're both bad, but you want the greater bad person.
I wanted the Peter Dinklage character.
Yeah.
I wanted him to, he was my hero.
Yeah. I wanted, yeah, crazy. Exactly. He was my hero as well. So it starts off great, especially when these two worlds intertwine, and he's trying to get his mother out the nursing home and whatnot. And then I was like, oh no, I see what this is going, because when they went in there, I was like, oh no, why is this turning into Home Alone? When the goons went to go retrieve the mother, and I was like, why is it turning into a comedy, drama, thrill? It turned into some, I was like, it was too comical in that sense when they were trying to bust her out. I was like, this is, oh no.
You found it comical?
I found it like silly, almost like it had that type of parody to it. Like it wasn't serious anymore. The tone kind of switched them, and I said, okay, I see where they're going with this. I've seen this play out before, kind of like a Pulp Fiction type of deal in a sense, with a little sense, a little humor to it, because they were like, like I said, it was almost like you send the goons to go get him. Oh, and they went to go get her out of the nursing home with guns, and all of a sudden, what happens? I'm not going to say. I'm not going to spoil anything. What happens when he gets out the nursing home? You're like, oh really? Come on now.
That scene that seemed very unrealistic.
Yes, and that's what this film unfortunately has. A lot of unrealistic shit that you're like, at first you're like, oh man, this is going well. And yes. You're looking for Roman, which is Peter's character, to like annihilate this woman.
Yes.
Like, yo. And then you're like, whoa, what the hell's going on here? Why is it taking so long to get this?
And it's especially to me how they ended up at the very end, as far as,
yes,
I was like, there's no way.
So the way that ends up, you're like, yeah, there's no way he would do that. And then like, how? And you're like, how is this woman winning?
Yes.
How is evil trumping evil?
Yeah.
And, thank God. I mean, it does have a wonderful ending for me.
Yeah,
I was
too.
like, what I mean? I was like, the end justify the means.
The circle was completed at the very end.
Absolutely. So that's the only thing that saved it, but it could have been a fucking brilliant film.
And notice everyone, we're trying to give you about the movie, but we're not trying to give you the movie, because we don't want to, as my kids always said, spoil it.
Yeah, no spoiler alerts here, man. You just have to watch it.
You gotta watch it.
You have to watch it. It's a great concept, because you're like, oh shit, this is really good.
Yes.
And like I said, it starts off by the second act. The first act is great. The second act is good, and then all of a sudden it makes a turn for the unbelievable. No, that wouldn't happen. Oh, this is ridiculous. How is she coming back from this? How is this even still a thing?
Yeah. So what would you give it as far as a rating?
As a rating, if I had to rate it, I would say, like I said, it's a definitely, because it's on Netflix, it's a Netflix and a chill film for sure.
Okay.
So I would definitely Netflix and chill, and I'll give this a B minus.
Okay. I'm gonna concur with that. I'm gonna give it a Netflix and chill as well. I'm gonna give it also a B minus.
Yeah.
Definitely a B minus.
The acting was great. Man. Like the acting was good. So you guys would definitely enjoy that. Like I said, it's just, I wish, if it was me, and you guys will see this, I wish they would have just made it about him teaching her a lesson the entire rest of the film, the second half of the film, and just destroying her life.
I think
that's what I wish it would have been.
I wish he would have had some better thugs though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I say. It was more comical, so it was like, oh,
the thugs.
That's what I was trying to tell you.
A little bit lacking to me, to be honest.
Yes. And
I mean, he should have had some wolves.
exactly, especially what he was doing
Yeah.
and being the Russian
Yeah.
mafia.
Yeah.
It should have been.
See,
It
there
should
you go.
have.
You're spoiling right now.
No, they can mean it. They can say that. We can say that, right?
But he should have had some wolves, but he had some puppies out there. So
But anyway, guys, we hope you look it out. But hey, you're gonna have to come up with a film next week. So I don't know if you have one now, or you will wait till during the middle.
we're gonna wait to the middle because I'm gonna figure out something. Definitely, I'm gonna have a movie. Yes.
All right, cool. Well,
Yes.
apparently, hey, I brought him in. He thought it was a chick flick, and I'm winning, bro. I'm winning.
You know what?
I got 2 films already this year. I got the Judas and the Black Messiah, and I do care.
Okay,
A
there we
lot.
go. All right, I do care a lot too.
You do?
Psych.
No, this dude. I was like, Raymond, you care? Do you really? Do you care? I know who cares. No one. Yeah, you guys have a great weekend.
Yeah,
See you guys
definitely
Monday.
enjoy this.
See you Monday.
Like, subscribe, share.
Absolutely.